Hello, my name is Nakoa Brown. The organization that I have chosen to base my research is going to be the Appraisal Agency Incorporated. The Appraisal Agency is my current place of employment and is a small real estate appraisal firm located in Nixa, Missouri. The firm has three appraisers and myself that mainly focus on appraising residential, agricultural, and commercial property around southwest Missouri. Being a small business has many benefits such as flexibility, but also has some negatives such as when employees have differences of opinion. Furthermore, the areas that need to be worked on in the appraisal agency is management, leadership, employee relationship, customer service, delegation, empowerment, and motivation. Learning how to perform better in these areas will improve the appraisal agency and help it run more efficiently. Management in the Appraisal Agency Incorporated is disorganized and lacks structure. The appraisal agency needs to learn how to use the four functions of management, which are planning, organizing, influencing, and controlling, to guide their employees to a common goal. Because the Appraisal Agency Inc. does not utilize a systematic process, it leaves employees confused and the office unorganized. Therefore, the Appraisal Agency Inc. must work harder to utilize a systematic management process. The first step in the process is the planning period. During the planning period, it is important to understand the organization's purpose. There must be a reason that customers keep coming back and buying their service. Once the leaders have determined the reason customers are using them over the competition, they can begin to formulate a strategy to drive the purpose further. From there, the appraisal agency can decide their values, principle, and vision. Once these factors have been determined, the organization can formulate a strategy. During this time, the manager defines the task at hand and outlines the different stages that must be performed to complete the overall project. By breaking down the tasks and setting goals, the manager is able to better understand time frames and objectives at each point of the project. After the plan has been made, the manager must organize employees in a way that is going to best execute the plan. Oftentimes, a manager will divide employees into groups or assign tasks to individuals. The manager must keep in mind which employees work well together and what tasks different employees will be most effective at. This is important for employees' well-being and the well-being of the organization. Once the manager has developed different groups and organized the employees in a way that will best meet the project's needs, he must work to influence employees. This means the manager must be sure to motivate employees in a way that their ideals will align with the organization. Once the motives of employees are aligned with the organization, employees will work hard to gain success for themselves and the organization. After managers have completed the first three functions of management, they will then control the employees or groups of employees. In this function of management, managers will look to make employees more productive by analyzing their work and finding ways to become more efficient. By making small changes or suggesting new ways to perform tasks, managers can assist and steward to their employees so they are more productive. When the management process is implemented, it is important that the appraisal agency work on their leadership technique. The leaders at the appraisal agency are not always positive and can neglect their responsibilities. This may be because the leaders do not understand that, unlike management, leader is less of a strategic process and more of a focus on directing the behavior of employees. Therefore, in order to be a good leader, the leader must work to create positive relationships in the workplace. At the appraisal agency, it is important for employees to work together and build positive relationships. This is not always the case and is something that could be improved within the organization. Knowing that the appraisal agency has some shaky relationships, I turn to an article titled Building Good Work Relationships to learn how to build better workplace relationships. The article was very informative and broke down how and why to build relationships in the workplace. The article illustrated what exactly a relationship is and how one knows if it is beneficial or not. A good relationship must involve several key characteristics to remain healthy, such as trust, mutual respect, mindfulness, diversity, and communication. A leader that is able to create relationships based on trust will find that their employees are more likely to follow and be compliant to them. This is because employees will feel that their leaders are looking out for their best interest. Next, the article pointed out that it is important to build relationships with everyone in the workplace, but it is beneficial to have stronger relationships with specific individuals. For example, it is a good idea to build relationships with key stakeholders in the organization. These are the people that will keep employees on track to moving up in the organization and can look out for people's best interests. When the appraisal agency is not properly communicating, relationships are not positive, which can hurt delegation. Delegation is a key to growing business by sharing values and spreading a vision among employees. When delegating, there must be a constant flow of communication around the organization. This constant flow allows the employees to not only know what their task is, but how to perform the task. Furthermore, the constant flow of communication allows leaders to receive feedback that gives insight as to how employees are performing. There is such a thing as over-communicating. This can cause problems in the workplace. An example of this would be micromanaging and not allowing employees to breathe when working. This is why, when delegating, leaders must trust their employees. Oftentimes, this can be hard for a passionate leader, but is essential for the workplace to grow and remain efficient. Knowing employees and building experience can help them delegating and trusting them to perform tasks. When a leader has an interpersonal relationship with employees, it allows them to know how much of a workload they can handle and still be successful. Delegating the right task to the right people is important. A leader should match delegated tasks based on experience levels to make sure people remain challenged but not overwhelmed. When people are able to handle larger tasks, they will become more motivated and feel empowered. Empowering employees and allowing them to take ownership in their roles has several benefits in the organization. An employee that feels that they are empowered knows that their work adds value to the organization. Having a sense of value will give meaning to the employee's work. When there is meaning in the employee's work, employees will become more motivated and strive to achieve success in what they are doing. This is because when employees feel that their work has meaning, it shows that they are attracted to their work instead of just going through the motion. Another way to motivate employees and create more satisfaction at work is creating a team environment. Therefore, when assigning a project such as a large commercial appraisal, the owner should assign the project as a whole to a team. When the team is able to be assigned the project, each aspect can be planned out together, which allows for the team to collaborate and share ideas. When planning, the leader should stress the importance of communication. Communication is key to functioning well as a team. If employees at the appraisal agency would work better together, the workplace culture would be much more laid back and enjoyable. When employees are working smoothly with each other, they are able to think more clearly and have a more enjoyable work experience, which should be the main goal of the appraisal agency. Kindness is another way to create motivation by creating interpersonal relationships. Research shows that employees will look for companionship and recognition more than high salaries. When managers are able to create relationships with employees, it increases job satisfaction and overall well being. Promoting physical well being is just as important as relationships and psychological well being. Self care is another tool that managers can use to motivate employees. Managers can do this by offering programs that encourage employees to become physically fit. Examples of this would be creating an athletic team or paying for gym memberships. These activities are a good way to blow off steam and create relationships among employees. Improving employee relationships, delegation, empowerment, and motivation will overall work towards a more productive and satisfying atmosphere within the appraisal agency. When employees are inspired to work hard and have a positive relationship with coworkers, the organizational culture will be upbeat and motivating. This type of atmosphere is what the appraisal agency should strive for in the future.